come on in, get a little closer. We need to have a chat. Because if you are selling online and you don't have a way to stay connected to your people after they leave your page, your website, your inbox, we have to fix that, like yesterday. So welcome to Free Coaching Friday. Today is all about memberships and email lists, and it's super cool because the two really go wonderfully together. So if you're jumping on live, say hello, let me know you're here. If you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay or hashtag after party in the comments. Let me know that you stopped by. Feel free to interact with this video. If you own a business, come chat. Let's kick it here about this, because you may or may not be utilizing or maybe underutilizing some of the tools that you have at your disposal, or maybe you're already using, which you can grow your business. So here's the truth. Social media reach can tank. Algorithms can be screwy. People can forget you exist, and it's not like personal, right? It's just that like life happens. The internet streets are a little bit wild and kind of fads come and go. But your email list, for example, that's yours. Your email list is your list. If Facebook goes down, if Facebook starts to be a pay-to-play platform, no one can take your list from you. So this is why I want to chat about this. You own it, you control the flow, you build it, you nurture it, and it can really be a great tool to lead your customers through your offer journey, get them to buy from you so that you profit, period. So let's sprinkle some strategy in there, because you know that's what I'm all about. I love the membership aspect, because hello, recurring income, wonderful, great to nurture your community, and it's easy to over deliver value in there. However, memberships can grow your list. Your list can sell your membership. You don't have to have both. You can have one email list and not the other, membership. But if you have a membership, you definitely should have an email list. So, you know, no fluff here. Here's my little breakdown, because I want to give you the nuances of both. Like neither of these concepts are probably super new to you, but if you're looking to build a membership, this needs a promise. Okay, what will I consistently do to help my people? What will they do? What will they become? What will they receive? If you can deliver on that, you can create a membership, right? And it's not just what they'll get, but what they'll gain, right? We're thinking value here. So it's not just about like stuffing value into a digital folder. It's not just about providing information. This has got to provide a transformation, an experience, a rhythm that they want to stay in, right? So think about your gym membership. Why do you go? Why do you keep going back? Right? You like the vibe there. You like the equipment that they have. Maybe it gives you access to certain perks that you like. Okay? If you're in an online membership, what makes you hang out there? Why did you join? Why do you stay? Looking at the value that you receive and the value that you can provide, right? To see what it is and how you can be of service to the people in your membership. So memberships provide a space where you can stay consistent and inspired. They kind of help you build a community, right? So you feel less alone. A lot of times entrepreneurship in the online space can feel super lonely, but people join for the content or the transformation, but they usually stay for the community. So building the community is super important when it comes to a membership. And that's one of the nuances. You can deliver on your promise, but getting the community to bond together as a community and interact with one another is another task. So people might sign up, for example, because they want access to the templates, to the trainings, to the tools, but they'll stay when they feel seen, when they feel supported, when they feel surrounded by like-minded people. And this is really important in community building. So a welcoming space, like a vibe check in the beginning when they join, and periodically. Community threads that get people engaged and involved. And again, like hello engagement posts here. And obviously weekly prompts, daily prompts, depending on how your membership is set up. This is going to be really important to keep people engaged. Now, this doesn't have to be 24/7. This doesn't have to suck up all your time. But one of the nuances of memberships is that it kind of can. And usually they're low priced. So it is easy to over deliver, which is great for your clients, but not always great for our energy. So we have to watch that. So recurring revenue does not equal passive revenue, right? And so memberships can feel passive, but they're not set it and forget it. Okay, there's a heartbeat to that space, which means it needs nurturing, it needs content drops, it needs Q&As, it needs workshop, it needs engagement, which means you You, pretty little you, have to show up there. Okay, it requires presence and planning. What are we doing next month in the membership? What are the topics? What is the drop? What am I releasing? What am I talking about? So structure has got to be a thing, but of course has to be in a way that feels good to you so that it honors your energy. Okay, so if this feels chaotic, maybe memberships are not the way you want to grow your business right now. Okay, another nuance of memberships is that retention is as important as growth. Okay, like we need new members, but we also need them to stick around. And so like a sexy sign up can get someone in the door, but why are they staying? Okay, that's what makes memberships really profitable, when it is that recurring revenue. And again, not passive revenue, but recurring revenue that you can count on. Recurring revenue as an entrepreneur is a beautiful, beautiful thing, my friends. And this is the goal, right? It's about growing and scaling our business in ways that can help it become passive, and maybe not completely passive, but again, we'll work there. So you don't always have to be chasing and inviting new members in, but your email list, which we're going to get to, can help you greatly filter in new members. I would ask myself repeatedly when I had my membership, like, why are they still here? Why am I still in the memberships that I'm in? And then make sure that I can deliver on that kind of value. So the other thing about memberships, the other nuance, if you will, is that a content library is great. However, it can be overwhelming for members to come in and they go to the guide section or the featured section and there's 20 videos there for them to watch. And it's like, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to start nowhere. And then I do nothing. And then I'm in the membership for no reason. I'm just paying and I'm here. I'm taking up space, but I'm not engaging in the space. And that is the worst. That's like an energy drain on everybody. So a simple start here plan, like guide people as to what they are supposed to do when they get here. And again, your email list can really help you with that. But don't fret. You can start small. You can start on Facebook. You can start on Telegram. You can start on a number of different platforms where you can build a community. Think of where you're already hanging out. Don't forget though, sales is very simple. I have a thing, you want it, you give me cash, it's yours. You give me a credit card, it's yours. Like, sales is super simple. Don't overcomplicate sales. The ways that we gain more sales, the marketing tools that we use for sales, and membership is both a tool and a delivery method, but your email list is a tool which can drive sales. It's a marketing tool. Let's not confuse the two, because we need a plan for each, right? So we're always selling, but we always want to be nurturing and marketing as well, and they are different. So a final word on memberships. You've got to do it your way. You've got to let your values and your gifts and your energy dictate what that looks like for you and your business. Okay, curious what that looked like for you and your business? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'm happy to give you some ideas. Judith asked this question, and Judith has a paint party business. So using that as an example for a membership, Judith could create a membership for her paint parties in Espanol business, where she invites members to come in, and maybe every month they receive a discount on whatever paint party she's hosting that month at a local restaurant. Perhaps they also receive coloring pages or paint by number pages that they can print out themselves and create a project with instruction, right? Perhaps she even sells a kit of paints that they can purchase at a discount to go along with that. Or maybe part of their membership is that they receive that as a gift when they first start. They receive her starter pack of paints and brushes and a palette and all the things that they need to get going, a canvas, whatever, right? Maybe every month she goes live and she paints a project and she shows people, similarly how you would do if you attended a paint party live, she would do it and teach the crowd, the members, how to paint this project. And perhaps she could even sell kits every month for that, right? For the supplies aspect. You can get the supplies yourself as a member, or you can buy them directly from me. So these are just some ideas how a membership could work for a service-based business, where you might think, well, what am I doing with a membership? There's a bunch of ideas for you. So let's talk about your email list, okay? Because your email list is not just a list, it's a relationship. And every single person who visits one of and attends one of Judith's paint parties in Espanol, hopefully is giving her their email address. And so she can continue to nurture them and build a relationship. See where I'm going? This is not about like collecting names and blasting promos. It's a relationship that you have to actually nurture. And so in order to do that, you have to talk to people. You have to be willing to write emails and talk to people. You have to be able to do this consistently, not just what you're selling. Okay. Guilty. I am guilty of that myself. Not checking in, not consistently sharing value, only sharing something big that's going on. But the more we know, right? So recognize the pattern, shift it. I'm now working to create more value-based emails more consistently that of course share what I'm doing. And I've been working on a new format for that. So give more than you ask, especially at the beginning, is always a good rule in business, certainly in email list building, okay? Because the inbox is a secured space and it's a sacred space. And people are not willing to just give their email address to anyone for just any old reason. So really be respectful with that, right? Your email list is going to grow fastest when you know who you're talking to. So I love a lead magnet for building my email list. And this leads me to the second question. How to grow your email list, how to nurture your email list, lead magnet. A freebie that you can offer to people who just find you or who have been in your world for a while, maybe just are learning about what you do. And offer that to people who want what you have. Okay, so this is about being specific. This is about knowing what your offer is and who exactly it's for, and then building a lead magnet that nurtures that person, which leads them from the free thing into your paid thing seamlessly. Okay, so if you had a gym, this might look like a free guide to achieve a specific fitness goal or a free guide to build more muscle in your upper body, like something specific. Okay, like building muscle for women over 40. Right? Losing the mom pouch, right? Building your upper body for, like specific result for a specific person. Okay. And then you offer them this free thing. And then you check in with them via email and you ask them, how did you like the free thing? And if you like the free thing, and perhaps your free thing even leads into the opportunity to join your gym, the opportunity to become a member, the opportunity to get one-on-one training, the opportunity to get a specific guide, a plan, a roadmap for them to achieve their specific goals. No Google required, right? Again, you provide a service-based business, you're a brick and mortar gym, but you can use a free email lead magnet that's value-based, right? Quick PDF guide that you can create in Canva on how to do this. And this goes for any business, plug and play your business here. Okay, you just paint party business could do a PDF guide on pairing colors or how to throw an epic birthday party for your kids, right? How to throw an epic girls' night out or a successful gathering with your friends. And then, of course, one of the activities that you're going to do is have a paint party, right? So knowing specifically what your lead magnet is for is going to help the right people download it and, i.e., give you their email address in exchange for the free thing that you're giving them. And you're going to continue to nurture them through your lead magnet. You, of course, want to make sure you're connected with them on social media, but then you're going to continue to engage with them because your list means nothing if you don't engage, right? I would take a list of 200 warm humans, interested humans, or over 2,000 cold humans who have never heard of me in my whole life, right? Would you rather talk to 5 people in a room who are interested in booking a party? Or would you rather talk to 100 people in a room who showed up for the free food, right? Clearly, one of these is going to give us a better return on investment. And when it comes to emails, it's your open rate, your click rate, your replies. Now, don't forget your calls to action here. Okay, it's important to be engaging, to get people to ask questions, to want to reply to you, to want to engage with you, to want to talk back to you through your emails. These can be two-way conversations, okay? So think about that because you want the right people on your email list, which brings me to my next nuance. If people unsubscribe, don't take it personally because that is actually good. They are filtering themselves out. They are not your people, okay? We don't need to talk to them. We do need to talk to the right people and we do need to know what we're saying, okay? So let's drop the sorry I haven't emailed in a while energy and let's bring the pep talks, the offer roundups, the week in review, and sprinkle in some value, right? I am experimenting with funnels and I am loving the concept of being able to sell that way. Funnels are really great, but again, let's not complicate the sales process, right? So you are free to build an email funnel that feels like you. Keep it simple. a welcome sequence that just introduces them to you and lets them know what your vibe is. Weekly value-packed emails are great. Gentle sales when you're selling something. It's plenty. Okay, you don't need to overthink this. And you don't need to hesitate if this has been something that you've been thinking about. If you have an offer, start creating an email list, create a lead magnet, and get going. Okay, I know we covered a lot here. And so this sort of like inbox energy is in depth and it can feel tech heavy, but I assure you, any email provider, I use MailChimp. I don't know that it's the best. I don't necessarily love it. There's a lot of them out there. If you want to build a funnel, look into this a little bit further. But building an email list does not have to be difficult. It does require your consistency and your dedication, right? You have to be willing to nurture. You have to be willing to show up and email regularly, which means organizing your thoughts and creating content. Kind of same goes for a membership, right? So again, when it comes to that, I would really think about the memberships that you're in, the memberships that you have been a part of, why you stay in them, and what it is that you really want to deliver to your members, because that's going to be really helpful in not only building the knowledge base, but also the community. And so we covered a lot, but let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if you're going to use email or memberships in your business, if this is something that you're toying around with. Let me know if you're looking to rebuild your offer suite or you need a little bit of help with that. Let me know if you are nailing it, you have recently implemented something and it's going swimmingly. I want to hear about that as well. And I'm sending you all the love. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will talk to y'all soon.